think my tracking is bugging out a little bit. Hey, I'm just here to sort of chill and volume of that might be a little bit loud for you guys. Hold on. There we go. That might be a bit better, but it'll just be in the background. This stream is literally just active for if you want to just chill with me while I work. Right now, while I'm not going to show it on stream much, I am working on Ryan the Bun. Hold on. Where can I briefly show? See? Ryan the Bun 2.0 is currently in progress. Get back over here. There we are. Yeah, I'm just chilling here, chatting with you guys while I talk. Hold on. Let's see if we can get the chat box in there. There we go. Why the alert box is not on is beyond me. Put the jar in there too. Why not? Bloody hell, there's a lot of coins in there. There we are, that'll work. There was a lot of issues with the rig of my character, and I just need to fix a bunch of them. That needs more smoothing. Kind of. There we go, that mostly fixed the problem I was having. You know, I can show this. I can show me working on this bit. Will it let me window capture That. It will indeed. Welcome to weight painting, the hell of any 3D artist. Everybody looks okay. What can I see here? Oh yeah, perfect. Hey, if you're wondering why I have two models here, that's the old one, that's the new one. There's quite a few massive differences. First of all, the old one, the eye is actually a disc that floats inside of a concave hull, and that gives the illusion of the eye being there. And it also gives the illusion of the eye following you. So if I demonstrate, if I make the equivalent of what they had there, essentially what they've got is something like... Oh. Like this. And so what happens is, it's kind of hard to tell actually considering the reflections on them. Turn this off. There we go. It looks like the eye is following you to an extent from certain angles. And that's called follow me eyes. And it's a little illusion that fursuiters use and different cosplayers and costume artists use. But it doesn't work that well on a VR chat avatar. The reason being is that, you know, your eyes already follow and move. So if the character's animated, there's not really any big reason to use follow me eyes. So this technique is a little bit wasted on it. It does look kind of nice, but it also means that your reflections you get is also quite messed up too. So as a result, I hate my scroll wheel. I need to get another mouse, but I can't afford it at the moment. This is the eyes I've designed. The old eyes are still in there, but these are just fully spherical eyeballs, which give off proper reflections. And if I were to select them, they are fully rigged to be able to animate and move around. If I were to yank it out, you'd be able to see that behind it... Oh, it's weight painted incorrectly. Does the other one do that? Yes, why? That shouldn't be happening. Does that mess with... If I roll the eye 2-5, breaks. What is going on there? I can fix that easily though. Go into polygon view, prepare for torment people. Here's how many polygons I have. The other change I made is there's a lot more polygons on it so I can have a lot more expressiveness in the face. And as you can see, it means that everything is a little bit of an issue there with the UVs. But the face is a lot softer than this one. Right, okay, so easy way to fix that is just select the entire eyeball and then switch back over to the weight tool, go to the actual right eye weight, set my tool to only affect selected objects, and just, not smoothing, add, and just brush. Now what that should have done is now, there we go, now it's just a solid ball. So as you can see, behind that is still the original eye. I've left it there for the sake of just, I mean, I don't know really, I should have removed it, but it's not that many polygons anyway, so it should be fine. This one is still busted though, isn't it? Yeah. Must have been an issue I did earlier. There we go. Eyes fixed. So now what should be finished is the spine. I think the chest still needed some touch-ups. Spine looks alright. Maybe a little bit smoothing will help it. Just a bit. Yeah, don't only effect selected. Maybe that'll help. There we go, not as much folding now. One going back. Any back problems? No, the back seems to be mostly alright. Keep in mind I'm bending this at unrealistic angles, so even if it looks slightly weird when I bend it that far, you're probably not going to see that in game anyway. The chest has a weird little divot at the top there, and I don't know why. And it folds very easily. See, this is one of the issues you don't want, is where at that fold point, even though it probably won't fold this far, that fold point is bringing part of the chest in, and also pushing a little bit of it out as a result. Like that. You don't want this. What we do is we just give it a bit more smoothing, and perhaps that'll solve the issue. It does a little bit, but it's not good enough still. We'll try smoothing the top half of the spine piece. Oh dear. I'm starting to think that maybe we should have the spine have more influence over the belly button. Just a little bit. Okay, no, scratch that, don't do that. Leave it as is. I don't expect really to ever be twisting too far. Maybe that much will be as far as I'll twist. Yeah, that should be mostly fine, for the most part at least. Because if I'm doing a bit more of an expressive turn, I usually do something like that. Yeah, so that's okay. Alright. The chest, the spine, the neck is done, I'm pretty sure. Neck looks alright. Poles a little bit. Head should be mostly fixed. There were some errors before I remember it was having. Okay, let's try the root ears. If I remember correctly, should only control the ears. Yep, that's good. Alright, now for the hellish. Well, actually, have I finished the tail? I want to try and get the tail, the torso, and the legs done before I move on to the arms and fingers, because the arms and fingers are going to be the most annoying part. Let's try and get that done. So let's try. The root tail is never really going to be moved, so whatever this poles doesn't really matter. It's this part of the tail that is actually where the physics begins. And I am already seeing that it's pulling the rear too much. That'll be why right there. We need to remove a bit of that. Let's also turn off the visual of... No, come on. Why is it still showing them? Is my question. Oh, because that's the old model that I'm selecting right now. Hold on. New one. There we go. Let's hide the actual visual of the bones. Oh dear, fuddle. Alright. Root tail is grabbing all that. Tail itself is grabbing too much for here, so let's try and see if we can fix that. By subtracting a little bit from the side. Oh, symmetry. Always useful. Well, I do have it set to only visible, right? Yeah. Why is there just a random little splotch there? Look at that. And then we smooth it out. That should have fixed the problem. There we go. Although we're getting a little bit of a weird effect here when we tilt it upwards. Which doesn't seem to be anything to do with this segment, it might be the one below. That should be fine. We're gonna get little bend artifacts like that anyway. That's a problem. Why is it doing that? Chuck a bunch of smooth on it, see if that fixes the problem. No. Alright. What is actually going on? I don't know what bleed does. There's a lot of these where I just don't know what they do. Just make it complete solid movement. I guess I'll just smooth it out again. There we go, that's fixed most of that issue. It doesn't need to be perfect because the tail won't be doing any really extravagant motions in most cases. I mean, even on the old model, the one that I didn't rig, you still would get similar issues like that, but since it's lower poly, you can get away with them a little bit more. Because it just, you know, you expect that from a low poly model. But it's when you move on to stuff like this, where your model is a lot more detailed, it's really hard to get away with little issues like that. You can to an extent though, especially considering it's just going to be a dynamic physics object that's constantly moving, so it's not really going to be posed in any way. Vertical test done. Now let's try the horizontal test. It's pulling the rear a little bit, but it should, because at the end of the day it's attached. That works. A little bit of an issue there, but nothing too horrendous. That's fine. Also fine there. Alright, and that's that with the horizontal, and now for the final tail test, twist. You may be thinking, hang on, Ryan, I'm seeing loads of issues when you're twisting the tail, and that's because at the end of the day it's not meant to twist. It's just testing to see if the weight painting is correct on it. So I'll be able to spot anything that's a bit of an outlier. There's one final test that I do if I'm like worried about the weight paint, which I will be doing, and that is that I just grab the root bone of the tail and I will move it away. And as long as the tail at far distances stays intact, yep, it's good. The reason I do that is because sometimes it might be mapped to something else on the character or mapped to nothing, which will result in part of it staying in the same place. So in fact, I'm going to do it to the spine and see if we have that issue anywhere. We do, there you go, so that's why we do that. If part of the face is apparently mapped either to nothing or to part of the spine. So to tell what that is, we can just go into here. Oh god, oh, there we go. Let's turn the brush size down. And I'm seeing that the face, we need to really look closely to try and tell where it might accidentally be mapped to. Could very well be the hips. Not seeing anything. What is messing up the rig then? Is it that the head is not fully rigged? We can make sure of that by going to polygon view again, selecting the base model, deselect the eye, and I have a tag here. Considering that the body is all one thing, I have to use tags for this. So one of these is mat_head. There it is. I can click select polygons, and now it'll select just the head. And from there I can then go down onto the head bone itself, switch back to my weight painting tool, tell it to only do the selected polygons, and the selected polygon should be the head. I will turn off symmetry just so I can save my frame rate a little bit. The thing with the head is everything on the head should be completely 100% grabbed. That means that if I move it back by a whole lot, there should be basically no issue. Same thing with the spine, I hope. Yep, there we go, we're getting no more facial issues. None on the ears either. No on the arms. However, the arms I've yet to rig yet. Well, I've rigged them, I've yet to weight paint them. So for all we know, there could be a plethora of issues that's going to come up when we start doing those. We'll just have to see. Okay, up next, the legs. Now, I haven't tested the rotations on these yet, so for all I know, the weight painting could be awful. So let's give it a go. Okay, the actual forward and back of the leg looks mostly okay. Maybe a few tweaks here and there, especially back here. Yeah, that can be smoothened out. Let's move down the leg. The knee. The knee seems mostly okay. In fact, basically perfect. There's a strange thing when it comes to the Nanachi models. And that is, well, when it comes to most models you use for VR chat characters, is that the best way to get full body IK to work is with a humanoid model. You know, it expects human legs and human limbs because that's what it's tracking. Now, a problem with that is that the Nanachi base model, you know, it's got digigrade legs, which is a different structure that it's not used to and it's not looking for. So the way people get around that is by making it so that it does have a regular humanoid bone structure, but then also has the digigrade leg behind it. But you just weight paint it in a certain way to make it look okay. So, this is mostly okay. There's a little bit of an issue up here in that I don't think it's affecting this fully. We'll go down to the ankle and see if that has anything. I don't think it will. No, the ankle doesn't actually move anything at all, so I will have to paint the ankle. So for reference, considering this is my first time ever weight painting something, like properly, I've only done practice, so considering I have this here, the original model, it allows me to see how they did it. And then I can either just do it the way they've done it, or I can alter it in some way that more suits what I would like. But it basically just allows me to have reference for how weight painting should be done. So for example there, it's mostly just like almost thigh high. But then on my current one, the knee does a similar thing, except it doesn't have full influence back here as I thought. So, and it also has full influence off the foot. So what we'll do, let's fix the ankles first. So weight paint tool, let's tell it to not worry about selections now. And it's not going to worry about visible only at the moment either. So what we are trying to do is we are going to add, and we're going to just try and encapsulate the ankle to the best of our ability. Try and get it quite flat on. Once again, none of this needs to be bang on perfect. It just needs to be good enough so that I can smooth it out later. That's alright. Try smoothing. Three-layer smooth. I don't think that's going to be right. We're going to have to start that one again, I do believe. Yep, that's not what I wanted. I think I painted it way too high up. We just need to get just the tip of the ankle. Like so. How does that look with raw movement? Pretty decent raw movement, I'd say. Let's try grabbing the top of the ankle as well. Like so. And move a bit. For some reason the remove tool doesn't seem to want to work at the moment. Subtract, I mean. Like when I'm holding control using the add tool. So I have to, on purpose, grab the... Oh wait, no, it's because auto normalize was on. There we go. Get some smoothing in here. Just 2 layers of smoothing. That's mostly what I wanted, but it is still not perfect, and I don't know why Is it because I've split up the actual bone structure? Not the bone structure, the... No, the polygon structure looks like I could paint it quite simply. Okay, let's try a different method. Let's try and paint like a line around where we want. So what we want is out there. Yeah. Let's see if we can get like a smooth, even line around the ankle. There we are. Not so difficult now, was it? Oh, by the way, the first stream I was able to catch, and that's because my brain woke me up super early. Well, hi, welcome to the chat. Today is a bit of just a chill one while I do some work. In fact, I should probably change it from just chatting to art, shouldn't I? That'd be an idea. Because initially it was going to be just me full screen talking, but I realise now I should probably set it to art. Stream info. There we go, art and 3D modeling. Done. There we go. I'm doing weight painting on the new Ryan the Bun 2.0 model. Weight painting is probably the most hellish thing you can put yourself through as an artist. Just because of the annoyance of it. Oh, that maybe got it. Right, that should be okay. Let's try the raw movement now. So out of raw movement, it looks alright. Way too strong, obviously. So that's where the smooth tool comes in. Already that's looking nicer. What does weight painting do? Essentially, it is telling your computer, or telling anything, what the bones of the character are going to affect. So for example, if I show the spine on the original model, right, this spine moves like that. Now if I enter weight painting mode, I can show you that is what the spine is actually influencing. So it's telling the computer what moves. Like when this bone moves, what should go with it. And the more faded it is, the more smoother that movement is of like not moving it as much. Hence why when I move the spine, if I like move it, you'll see these bits lag behind a bit. If they were solid, it would just straight move instead of lagging behind. So it's a computer's way of telling what should move and how much. For example, right now with this, we've got that, and I'm trying to compare it to the ankle we've got over here on the original model, which seems to have a bit more of a... Okay, so it's got a low back to it. That's... that's probably what I'm missing. If I go over here and try this, and try doing what they did, perhaps this will be a bit nicer. That's a bit horribly annoying though. Yeah, come on. That'll do, and then we'll smooth it. Much nicer. So that's how they did that well. Okay. It doesn't matter if the clipping looks a little bit weird sometimes, because at the end of the day it is clipping. The original model does a similar thing. I swear, this mouse, I need to get a new one. Can't fucking afford it though, but I need a new mouse. Yeah, see, that one clips in a similar way. The main difference is that the old model is lower poly, meaning it can get away with a lot more. This new model is a lot higher poly for very, very good reason. I'm noticing something actually in that the original would just do that, and then this one bends way too much of the back of the foot. Once again, I think it's because I think I've still got too much influence back here. But yeah, no, like one of the major differences, as I said, this is much higher poly. For example, if you look at the old one's belly button, that there is a triangular belly button because of how low poly it is. But this remodel that I've done is smoother because it's higher poly. My entire model is higher poly, in fact, because if you look at the original face is very blocky, and that's because of the polygon count. However, I decided to take mine to the next level. It is so much more smooth and soft. It's higher poly. Now, I need more influence back here. Less influence. Do it quite roughly. And then we'll see how it goes. I didn't want it to do that. There we go. Give that a shot. Much nicer. That's much more like it. Or not, actually. I'm noticing a lot of issues. Okay, let's bring that back to how it used to be. And try rotating it down. I don't like that movement. What's different? Ah. It's rounding down to here. At the back of the heel. Whereas my one is staying up, so I need to round it down. Right. We will just subtract from this area heading down. Annoying that I can't grab that. And on this side, we subtract from the side and down to the ankle. Maybe add a bit more there. smooth it. Make it so it's on everything. Maybe turn on auto normalize. No? Okay, that's just gonna like bring it all back up. No. The stream's gonna be relatively short, by the way. It's just a little 2-hour stream. Why is it still doing that? Well, at least the upward movement looks more natural now, but why does the downward movement still pull it entirely around like that? Is it the position of the bone itself? It might actually be the rotation point is different. No, it's not. The rotation point's exactly the same on both models. And why is it behaving like this? They're practically identical. Oh well, that might have to just be something Oh wait. They are on a different rotation point. Oh wait, no, you just actually do that. I've just been seeing it wrong because it's low poly. I guess that's something I'm just going to have to put up with. It's annoying. Oh well, my feet aren't really going to be going too far on that regard anyway. Okay. Other ankle time. So, same technique that we did before. Make sure we've got only this ankle selected. And just to descend like that. And then the side descend. This would be a much easier throw when I just copy and paste the effect me out, but it probably does, and I'm just stupid. Because here's the thing, this is my first time ever weight painting. Because well, no, it's not my first time it's my first time actually weight painting properly. Because I've done weight painting before, but I've always been really bad at it. And so I always just never touched it ever again, because I was always scared. But this is my first time going, no, fuck it. Like, I've got to do weight painting for this, so why not try? Because at the end of the day, if I try and I fail, at least I've learned, you know? And so I brought in the old model and stuff as a reference, so I can go, okay, that's how they did that. And so it helps me to learn. So I think that should be the ankles pretty much done now. Fantastic. There we go. Now for the knees. The knee joints is what I'm a little bit worried about. However, I don't think I need to adjust as much as I thought I would have to. So I think it is just back here that needs more influence. I think it's literally just, it needs to have this like line there. And then smooth. Let's try that. Okay, that's good. However, I did notice an issue here. The foot has areas that are weight painted to nothing. What we need to do for that is select both and go, ah, there's an area here that has nothing weight painted on it. I'm assuming it's not the case there, no. So what needs to happen is we need to get the tool. I think we can smooth out. No. We need to take the actual knee joint. Do some smoothing, I think? No. Slide both joints smooth. Still some issues there. Seems to have mostly fixed them. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn on the rig so I can see at what point is there any... That's about as straight as I'll ever get, it looks fine. That's about as bent as my knees can get. Which does the little clipping thing there, but that happens anyway on the old model. There's not really much way to avoid it. If I was to try and avoid it in animation, I'd use what's called corrective blend shapes, but however, I don't think that's... I don't think that's the thing in VR chat. I mean, you could manually do it if you were able to like read the data from the actual track and then have that drive blend shapes with parameters, but that's like annoying. So it's not really worth the effort really for something that simple. But if it's like a big thing such as what example would I give? Imagine this leg is an arm, right? And you have a point at which hang on. the arm bends in such a way that causes something like that to clip, as if this is like the elbow bit, you know, where the muscle would be. Normally, in real life, this section of muscle would like flex outwards because they're pushing against each other and it flexes out. So what you can do is you can have a blend shape for that that'll activate on its own automatically as the rotation happens. That's what a corrective blend shape is. So in VRChat, you could do that for like big movements like that, but on something that small where it's just a slight clip, I don't really think I need to. Alright, so next up, that knee is pretty much done. Let's do the other knee now. Does this have the same issue? Yes, indeed, it has the same leg issue too, with the foot. But first, let's fix the little problem at the back here. Visible only. Add once again this little section. The old one went further up. There we go. Grab our smoothing. There we go. Perfect. Now for the issue with the ankle again. A weird bit of flexing going on there. Fixed a bunch of it. Still retains a little bit, but not enough for it to be much of an issue. Okay. Now let's try the... Broken knee, I know. Alright, solved. Next up. Leg joint. Which is mostly working, it's just that back here we have a fold that forms. Simple fix. It's also pulling way too much of the in-between. Oh, no, it shouldn't be. This area should not have as much influence as it does. I don't know what that strand is right there. But we shall solve that with a subtract. It should not be pulling any of the tail with it. Not that I ever expect my leg to ever be able to do that, but you know. I'll see if this one does a similar issue. Yeah, this one does a similar thing. At a certain point it does fold. I think the folding is not really something we can avoid. Although maybe we can avoid it more than we are already. Oh yes, definitely. That thing is going up the entire, like, side of the lake. Let's give it some more influence then. Like so. Then we'll soften it up. Nope. Not very good at this, am I? Alright, let's try it. Oh wait, no, I've got one major difference actually that is a problem here. I can't do it like that because I have an extra bone that is attached to the hips. That's not gonna be very helpful here because the reason being... Oh, hello, welcome. Welcome to the chat. I mean, I guess that leg looks alright now, and this one still has way too much influence over everything. What the hell? Okay. That means that's just gonna like pull half the crotch with it. Yeah, what the hell? Okay. Let's try getting rid of that. Why on earth that was happening, I don't know. It's even got influence over the other leg, for some reason. And part of the tail. Stop that. Yeah, let's smooth it out. It's still pulling a bit, but we'll fix that in a minute. That looks fine. It's still pulling part of the tail. Yeah, no, you shouldn't be pulling the tail at all. Nor should you be pulling any part of that leg. Why does it spike there? What's going on here? There's a bit that just has way more influence than it should. This area, it's refusing to remove. Why is this section copied? Right, I can do that. There. Right, yep, there's a problem. Ah! Oh yeah! Oh yeah! We've got a pummeler. So it needs that to be that way? Oh, so it just gets buggered? That's stupid. Why? Why does it do that? Okay. You love that so much. Also, hello. Hello. Why does that keep spiking up? I don't understand. Why does it need to? Just move a little higher, perhaps I'll sort it out. Maybe it's the hips. Maybe it's the hips that's causing it. Oh god, the hips are really fucked. Oh my god, what? The original hips. Right. I fuck at that, okay. Let's try and fix this. What normalize that? Right, add. Turn on some symmetry. Brush straight down the middle. Oh god, that's gonna be difficult. Why? Why do they look like an indigestion commercial? That is weight painting. Yes, I remember those. Welcome to the most torturous part of rigging a character for 3D. And everything up there. And now I should be able to smooth it. Don't worry about symmetry. Smooth everything. Select everything. Smooth. One layer. 2 layers. 3 layers. The red highlights an area in the body in which is unwell, and the little firefighter dudes. Oh god, yeah, I remember those. Only British things, hell yeah. Ah, why are you pulling from that leg now? You twat! I swear, literally, weight painting sometimes just makes 0 sense at all. It's probably something about it that I'm not understanding. British commercials seem weird. Oh, they are. They're like the in-between between American commercials and Japanese commercials, I'll be honest. That should work. It's only pulling a section of that. Why? Why are you like this? Why? And now it's even worse. Any fix I try to apply just makes it 10 times worse. Fine, I'll try to do it in the reverse, where I'll subtract that area. How about that? Fuck you. That works to an extent, it's just that the original actually pulls the rest of it with it. Which is what I'm trying to go for, but it's just not doing it. Why? Can I just like... Right, hang on. I've got an idea and it's... I'm going to save here because it's probably not going to work. But if I take this weight tag from my current one and just fucking chuck it somewhere. And then put the weight tag from the old one on here. Okay, yeah, no, it does not like that. Oh, it doesn't like that. Yeah, okay. Plan didn't work. As I thought. God fucking damn it. I thought I could just import the weight painting. You can't. I know for a fact why. And that's because this... The character, if I remove the weight paint tag, the original Ryan the Bun model is actually this big. And that's what it's weight painted for. So if I just give the weight paint tag over, it'll try and stretch all the pieces to that new size. So I have to do it manually. I'm being forced to. Right, let's see if we can sort this out. You know what? Better idea.
I'm gonna get my drawing tablet.
That way I can just brush lightly. There's just like real painting. Weight painting has pressure sensitivity. Being held hostage with weight painting. Yes, every artist is. It's just how it is at this point. Weight painting is just actual torture. Alright. No, why is it? No, you should be able to... Does it not detect pressure? Pressure? What? Ah, there we go. Let's try this linear, but then oh wow, you can really customize that. Alright, I think linear is the best one. Okay, let's try... a little bit less power to it, come on. Way less power, come on. Almost. Wait. Why? Why there? Oh, that's why. Well, chat, looks like we're delving deep into the crotch region. Hope you're happy about that. The leg should have access to parts of the crotch, shouldn't it? Yes, yes it should. My one does, kind of. Needs a little bit more. What did the other one's leg do when it's raised? It pulled much with it, and then began to fold, but this one just like folds immediately. It pulls a decent chunk of it. Oh, but it also... What is up with that leg issue? There needs to be some smoothing here. Ay, 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 ay. What is causing that spike? There's some heavy influence happening here. That's why. I'm assuming it's the hips having way too much, yeah. Get this symmetry, come on. How about that can you bend your leg? Hold on. So the human body can't bend its leg back far, normally anyway. So much further than that, and that's when it gets unnatural. And you may be thinking, wait a minute, I can bend my leg further than that. No, you can't. Because what you're doing is you're bending your leg, and then your hip is going with it, making you do that. So, at this distance, why it does that is beyond me. And now it's just fucking intense. I might just have to say that's good enough. That way is so fucking, what the hell? Oh man, I don't understand weight painting. Fuck the drawing tablet because it's not helping. It's good. See, because I got one major issue here, and it's that I've added one pair of extra bones that this doesn't have, and that is these. There are ass bones, which is intended so that in VR it'll give them a little bit more jiggle, but it's that's gonna be a nightmare to weight paint, because then I don't have any reference. I don't have anything I can look at and go, okay, that's how you weight paint that. So we'll just have to see how this goes. I've still got a lot to learn. I'll get there eventually though. One day. Just annoying as all. There's many little issues on it too. For example, there's still little issues with the UV. Same thing on the most egregious one on the lips. That one needs to be fixed urgently. There was here on the side of the head as well. These need to be fixed. These here I can't seem to fix, but they are pretty much hidden by the hair anyway when the hair is on, so they should be fine. There will definitely one day be a Ryan the Bun 3.0. That'll be a lot better than this one. But one of the main reasons I'm making this 2.0 one is because I wanted it to be higher poly. I wanted to have spherical eyes. And I wanted it to be my own shape in a way. That way it's like, okay, he has his own special Ryan the Bun model instead of just a customized Capucci. It's now a very customized Capucci. And I've been thinking about naming this version my own thing, because the Capucci was based off the Lexici model, and they upgraded it and just modified it. And then they made their own called the Capucci. This one I'm going to call Bunchy. Built off of the Capucci base, the Bunchy. Oh dear. I want to move on to the fun part as soon as I can, because this is just the frustrating bit. Because doing the rigging and weight painting is just absolute nightmarish. It just takes a god awful amount of time. I know for a fact the arms are really fucked as well. Like, if I go over to them, hold on. For example, the shoulder influences like 90% of the neck. What does the hair look like? Just the way it always has. Same hair. It's I might upgrade the hair. I don't know. I don't know yet. I've been thinking about making my own version of the hair, but I kind of want to keep very similar to the same style. So I might just use the old hair, but if I don't, then I'll show it off. I'll post it on Twitter and things like that when I do. But pretty much my plan was just to use this original hair. That's on my character. But yeah, if I go down the arm, there's an issue here. So the regular arm one looks alright. Needs a little bit of tweaking because it does pull part of the chest with it. However, it's the elbow that has a major issue. There. The fur on the arm is directly being influenced by the joint. What it's meant to do is stay with the lower arm. So I just need to tell it, okay, stay with the lower arm. That's an easy fix. However, I dread... the wrist is a nightmare. I dread to think what the fingers are like. Oh man, those are going to be the worst. This is going to be the most annoying part. Is fixing the fingers. Man. Because like, when you rig a character, it tries to automatically weight paint it for you, and it is always wrong. It is always shit. There's no auto weight painter out there that's decent other than Mixamo. But Mixamo will fuck this up too. The reason being is that, well, it has a tail. The Mixamo will just completely shit itself by going like, oh yeah, that should be part of the legs, right? No, wrong. Mixamo, you're wrong. I don't know, I'll get there. For the time being though, I think now is the point at which I'm going to take a break. Let me just check what's going on Discord. Yeah, I'm going to take a break. I've got commissions to work on today as well. So I'm going to head off and I'm going to work on those commissions because I need... Ah! I've been boxed. Hi, Keon. Yeah, so I'm going to head off and I'm going to work on those commissions because at the moment I need money. Because I'm running severely low and I'm scared. So I'm starting to do emergency commissions. Alright. Goodbye, everybody. Hope you enjoyed just a little bit of a chill hour or so. How long is it doing? About an hour and a half. So just an hour and a half chill stream. Alright. Bye, everyone.